What's up, Pisces? And thank you guys for tuning in. All right, guys, so this is going to be your May monthly general reading. Now, this is going to be for Sun, Moon, and Rising signs, and it's general, guys. Whatever comes out, comes out. So let's see what's going to happen here. And now, before getting started, I just want to say thank you guys so much. I recently just hit 50K, and, I hit 1 year of high vibrations within the same week. So I'm so excited, and I just want to thank you for being there, for supporting me, for liking, for subscribing, for hitting me up, emailing me. I love you guys. I see all of that. It doesn't go unnoticed. And yeah, I'm really, really excited. So this has definitely been, a very good month for me. But let's get right into the reading. Let's see what is going on for the sign of Pisces. Now, we're going to look at the past, present, and future. And as usual, I'll pull a card of advice at the end, okay? What is going on for my lovely Pisces, past, present, and future for May 2018? What is going on for the sign of Pisces? I always tell you guys that my moon is in Pisces, so I feel like that's what enables me to do tarot to begin with. So I thank you for your intuition, rather. All right, so let's get into this. What's going on with the sign of Pisces? All right, guys, this feels ready. Okay, so the energy we have here is the Nine of Cups. So you guys feeling very good, feeling very satisfied with where you are in life, being, in a situation where you're really happy about something. And we have the Ten of Wands in the reverse. So you're happy because there's a burden that you've released. There's a weight that you've taken off of your shoulders. So let's look into this and see how this is going to transpire. Okay, so the first card that you guys have for the past is you. Queen of Cups, okay? And with the Queen, this could be a male or a female, okay, guys? So with the Queen of Cups, you guys are feeling good within yourself. You're feeling strong within your emotions. You're feeling very transparent with how you display your emotions. So it's a very strong card. This is someone that I see as very caring, very motherly, very attentive. And we have the King of Wands. So there definitely could have been a Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius that was very important in your life. Or just something where you're feeling very good and you're taking a position of power. And, you're following a passion that you have and just standing very strong in what you do. All right? And we have the Shadow sign in the reverse. In this deck, this is the Devil card, okay? So with the Devil card in the reverse, you're feeling very strong, and there's something, toxic that you guys are dropping, a toxic situation that you're removing yourself from, where there could have been secrets, there could have been lies, attached to this, but you guys are removing yourself. The next card we have is the Karma card in the reverse, which is the Judgment card in the reverse. And in this case, there's something that you really took a step back, and you wanted to evaluate a situation that you were dealing with. And at the end of the day, you told yourself, look, this is not a good idea. It's not good judgment. It's probably not the best thing for me to go down this path. So you brought out that Pisces intuition that you guys have. So let's see why this Karma card is in the reverse here. You have the Ten of Pentacles. So by you realizing that this wasn't something good, you're setting yourself up for blessings, for good things. There could be a lot of money coming in. There could have been an inheritance coming in, maybe a promotion. And on the home front, things are really well. You're happy. The people around you are happy. All right, and we have the Five of Cups in the reverse. So there's something that you guys let go of. You know that it was bad judgment. You didn't want any part in it. And if there's any loss that you felt because of this, that loss is subsiding. You guys are feeling better about yourself. Okay, now at the bottom of the deck, we have the Hermit in the reverse. So there's a situation here, whether you guys were the ones that were in the dark about something or maybe somebody else. There's someone who wasn't fully aware of a situation that they were dealing with. They didn't have all the facts. Or this could be somebody that was in a place of solitude that now they feel it's appropriate for them to move forward. Okay. The last card that we have for the past is the Five of Swords in the reverse. So you guys are avoiding conflict at all costs. You just don't want it. You know, you don't want things to feel tense. So you're avoiding anything, that could cause that. The Four of Swords in the reverse. You guys really put a lot of thought into how you want to move forward. And you move forward in a way that you feel there's not going to be any backlash. Why is this Five of Swords in the reverse? We have the Hierophant or the High Priest in this deck in the reverse. So with the Hierophant in the reverse, there's something that you guys could have been falling out of in order to avoid problems, something that you just had to move out of. This could be a sense of unconventionality, but with the Hierophant in the reverse, there's just something here that the universe is telling you, this isn't the path you're supposed to be on. There's something here that is not for you. There's something that is causing instability, but you guys, you're fully aware of this and you're moving on from that fact. And in this case, I feel like you guys are just taking the loss. All right. And you're transitioning. Maybe there's a sense of instability as you transition, but it's just not something that you feel good about. We have the Knight of Wands in the reverse. So maybe for some of you, it was somebody who's being promiscuous. Maybe if it was a fire sign, any sign can take on any card here. So you could have been dealing with someone like that, or you could have been dealing with somebody, whether it was you or this other person, that was a good talker, but they were very unreliable at the end of the day. They can seem like they're going to do, or they're going to go above and beyond for you, but they don't do that when they're asked of it, rather. Okay. In the present moment, we have the Star card in the reverse. So there's something here that you've lost faith in, that you don't want to move forward with anymore. All right. And because you lost faith in it, it causes you to become very happy. So I feel like you guys are really just getting rid of something that was causing a detriment in your life. Okay, Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. So you guys let go of something that was holding you back, I feel, from being your ultimate self, to reaching your highest potential. All right, and again, we have somebody here, whether it's you or somebody else, that was very unstable. And by you letting whatever this is go, you're becoming a lot happier. We have the King of Swords in the reverse here. So for a lot of you, I actually feel like it's you taking this energy. Now, the thing I love about Pisces, and it's the greatest misconception about Pisces, for the most part, because a lot of people have seen, the other side of you guys. But I feel like when people hear Pisces, they're like, oh, Pisces is a pushover. Oh, they're going to be very quiet about how they deal with things. But I've seen a Pisces who gets pushed to the point where it's like, oh shit, I didn't know you had that in you. So I feel like that's exactly what's happening. I feel like people underestimated your strength in a situation, and now you're just coming out and you're like, you know what? Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. And it's kind of just taking that stance where you're not going to take any shit. You're not going to be anyone's doormat, and you're not going to be part of anything that makes you feel uncomfortable. All right. So this is you guys, standing your ground, being very straightforward with people, and cutting out anything that you feel is not going to help you to grow. Okay, for others of you, you could be dealing with someone who could be abusive mentally, physically, emotionally, or verbally. So those are the two ways that the King of Swords in the reverse comes out. Either someone who's just malicious and they wake up, being malicious, or somebody that gets pushed to the point where it's like, you know what, I'm not taking this anymore, so fuck you and fuck your feelings. I'm out. All right, and we have the Six of Cups. So somebody is very stern here, and there's something that you're leaving in the past, something that just wasn't helping you. And we have the Death card in the reverse. So there's part of you that can still be emotionally invested in this, or, maybe you haven't ended it 100%, but you guys are definitely in a place where you're cutting something out and you know that it has to be put in the past. All right. And by you guys doing that, even if you're still invested in it, you're able to go on a path that you're much more passionate about by having stood your ground. Why is this Two of Wands here? The Fool card in the reverse. Okay, so there's going to be two ways to look at this, guys. For some of you, you're going towards something you're passionate about, and you're realizing that something was not a good idea, that there would have been a lot of consequences had you gone down that path. For others of you, you're passionate about something that could cause you trouble. So you really have to dig into that intuition of yours, and don't listen to what your friends or family are telling you. Don't listen to what your heart is feeling. Listen to what your soul is feeling. Okay? If there's a part of you that's like, ugh, before you jump into it, then you got to listen to that. All right? Sometimes our intuition comes so quietly, and we really have to listen to be able to know which direction to take. All right? We have the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. So there's something here that you've put a lot of time, effort into. It's not turning out the way that you wanted it to. You guys are seeing it as something that's just going to cause complications down the road. So I feel like you guys are just realizing that there's something that has to be dropped. It's just not going to work out the way that you want it to, or maybe it's going to strain you financially and you don't want to be part of it. And now you're focusing on something that you're actually passionate about. So you're dealing with the bullshit, but you still see the direction that you have to go in, even if you haven't taken that first step, okay? We have the Page of Pentacles. So there's definitely something that's in the works here, Pisces. There's something that you guys want to get into, and right now you're kind of in research mode. You're doing your research. You're looking at this entire situation, making sure that you cover any loopholes, and you're checking every corner of whatever it is that you want to get into. Okay, so you guys are definitely planning something, but this planning is coming by letting go of something. All right, Seven of Wands in the reverse in the future as your first card. You've had enough. You completely give up on something that in your eyes just had way too much adversity. All right, and we have again that Page of Pentacles. So you give up on something and you start working on something that's actually going to work for you. All right, you're being strong. You're not taking any bullshit. I like this because a lot of people are seeing a side of you guys that maybe they haven't seen before. Maybe they thought that you were a pushover. Maybe they thought that they could get the best of you. But they're seeing this month that you can't fuck with a Pisces. Just because you come off quiet at times doesn't mean that you're weak. Doesn't mean that you're not going to, put someone in their place if needed. Okay? Now we have the Nine of Cups. So by you giving up on whatever this was, you become so much happier. You let go of this huge burden. All right? Now we have the High Priestess in the reverse. So in this case, because I see the intuition being strong and you guys knowing that there's something that you have to give up on, I'm going to say that with the High Priestess in the reverse, it's not so much you guys avoiding a warning sign or a red flag. I feel like there's something that you know that you are keeping to yourself to remain in a position where you have an advantage. Okay? So I feel like there's something that's giving, you're keeping to yourself in order to get ahead. Okay, not everybody has to know every move that you're making. And by you guys being quiet and playing it smart, I see you guys going in a good direction. You have the Nine of Pentacles. You're strong. You're independent. You're financially stable. Whether you're in a relationship or not, you're self-sufficient. Okay. And we have the Two of Swords. So there's definitely an important decision that you have to make. You guys are stuck between two things here. Okay, you haven't accepted an offer yet, or maybe you've made an offer that hasn't been accepted, but you're still strong here. You're really keeping those strong playing cards. You're keeping that hidden right now, just in case you have to whip it out later on. You still have that as a weapon that you could use. Okay. The last card that we have for the future is the Five of Wands in the reverse. So with this card, you guys don't want to fight. You don't want to argue. You don't have time for it. You don't have the energy. If people want to argue, they're going to be arguing with themselves in the mirror. All right? There's something that you're falling out of, something that you don't want to take no shit anymore. For some of you, this could be arguing with a partner. It could be falling out of a job. It could be arguing with someone who's very important to you. But if somebody wants to argue with you, I don't see you guys, adding fuel to the fire. I see you just moving away from it. Okay, I don't see this as a month where anybody should fuck with a Pisces. All right, you move away from it and you're fine. You're moving along your merry way. You know exactly what you want and you're not going to let anyone deter you. Fuck yes, Pisces. Yes, I like it. All right, I don't like seeing people walked over, and you guys are not going to let that happen to you this month. So I really, really love that. Okay, so let's get into the cards of advice. As always, guys, Earth Magic Oracle cards by Stephen D. Farmer. I swear he should start paying me commissions because I mention him all the time. But let's see what's going on. Alright, what is the card of advice that my beautiful Pisces need to hear right now? guys. Let's see what pops up for you. All right. Beautiful. So let's talk about the energy of this. At the bottom, we have DNA karma. This is actually the card that came out for, who was it that I did last? For Aquarius. Okay, so maybe some of you were dealing with an Aquarius, but with DNA karma, this talks about how we kind of grow into the person that we are because of the things that we've been taught, the things in our life that we don't necessarily question. So, the way that our parents love us, or the way that we grow up in our family, that depicts how we're going to love others and how we're going to navigate ourselves through this world. And it's just a lineage of things that is passed down through, our ancestors going down. So not only that, but with karma here, I feel like you guys are in a situation where, depending on the energy that you've put out before, karma is coming back to either help you, or for a very small number of you, it may make you kind of wake up in a sense and realize that you have to do things differently. But what I'm feeling right now is that if there is any injustices on your part, if there's anything that did not feel good or feel right within yourself, you're in a place that you're really going to move forward in a strong way, and you're going to see it clearly for what it is. Hold on, my brother's at the door, but I don't want to get up. Wait. Okay, sorry about that. So with the karma card, guys, you're in a karmic situation where if you were the one that was being fucked over, now is the time that you start seeing good things for yourself, when you start getting, the better half of things. And look at what we have as your actual card. We have Dragonfly, Emergence. Okay? So with this card, guys, with the Dragonfly, and maybe you've gotten this card in the past, but with the Dragonfly, it remains in the larva state underwater, and it can stay that way for up to years. So it's someone who's emerged. Okay, they're underneath the surface, that sense of just being under the water, feeling like the world is upon you. But now that's over. Now you're finally coming out of that larva state, and you're hatching into something that's going to be so beautiful. The way that dragonflies, they just kind of glimmer in the light. So you guys are taking a stand for yourself, and because you're choosing to take the stance for yourself, you're really going above and beyond what others may have expected of you. Maybe you didn't see yourself emerging in this way, but you guys are standing up for yourself. And because you stand up for yourself, you're making shit happen. People are not walking all over you anymore. You're finding that voice that maybe you didn't have before, or maybe you've just been quiet and dormant. But because you guys are choosing to really speak up for yourself, that's why things are working in your favor. All right. So if you feel like you've been getting the short end, if you feel like people haven't been the greatest to you, it's your time now. Okay. That was all for a reason. And now you're going to really come out on top. So I'm really excited to see the direction that you guys are going to go in. So Pisces, this is amazing. I want to scream at the top of my lungs because this is such an amazing reading. Even if there was pain that you guys had to go through, it's something that's definitely going to benefit you moving forward. Every time we go, or every time we get ourselves into a painful situation, pain is the best teacher of them all. Anyone that you see as successful in whatever they do, it's because of pain that they've gone through. I don't know anyone in this world who is successful that hasn't gone through a lot of shitty stuff. All right, so take this as a lesson. Make sure that you apply the lesson to your life so that it's not something you have to deal with again, because that's how the universe works. If we don't learn our lesson, then the universe sends another messenger to teach us that lesson again. So learn from what you did, okay, and move forward in an amazing way, guys. So Pisces, I love you, and I'm happy to be part of this reading with me being, with Pisces being my moon sign. But anything that you guys need in terms of personal readings, I'm more than happy to help you. High vibrations with Liz.com if you want to get a reading. Or for iPhone users, I have the app called InstantGo. I'll leave the link in the description as well. You guys can literally call or text me on that app. But I love you guys. Good job with all of this. And again, thank you so much for helping me to reach 50K. I love you, sending you hugs and kisses, and I hope that you guys have an amazing May. I'll be back with your love readings next. Now let me open the door for my brother and listen to him yell at me. Love you guys. Take care.